Hey everybody, this is just a quick update for the Space Shot today. I was interviewing a couple people with the Cosmosphere in Kansas this morning for the third episode of that podcast, which will be out on November 1st. We're going to be making it available the first Wednesday of every month. So if everybody could just go subscribe to the Cosmosphere Podcast, I'm going to link to that in the show notes today. Don't really have anything to talk about for daily space history today, just because it's I actually looked at the calendar wrong last night. Pioneer 1 will be tomorrow, not today. One thing I did want to mention today for space history was the Mars 1M mission, which was launched on October 10th, 1960. It was destroyed in a launch failure, so the Soviets weren't able to send it on its way to Mars. This Sunday is the anniversary of the launch of the Cassini spacecraft, so I'll be talking a little bit about that, and also the Galileo launch this month, so there's a lot of stuff coming up. Later in the month, we're also going to be talking about the Battlestar Galactica reboot, just because I'm a sci-fi nerd. There's also some other things that we're going to be covering. It's going to be a busy latter half of October, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I hope everybody will join me here and on the new podcast I do for the Cosmosphere, the Cosmosphere Podcast, so be sure to check that out. Check out the show notes for the link to the Cosmosphere Podcast. I'm including it there. And also, if you haven't yet, do me a huge favor and write a review for the Space Shot and the Cosmosphere Podcast after you take a listen to that. Next month's episode for the Cosmosphere Podcast will be talking about Mars and the education programs that are available at the Cosmosphere that are related to Mars and just space flight generally. It's going to be a very, very fun episode, so be sure to subscribe to that so you don't miss it. Tomorrow we'll talk about Pioneer 1. I'm John Molnix, and I'll catch you on the flip side.